Hello! So, last week I made a video about my current university experience and it was kind of negative, I can't lie. So I thought that today I would balance that out by making a positive video about my university experience. And something that I really wanted to talk to you about, and I made this list a while ago, was the best decisions that I made in my second year of university. And I'm making this video because partly to balance that last video and be like, I have had some really great experiences this year. And secondly, because I think some of these are things that you might find if you're struggling with your university experience, maybe make some similar choices to the ones that I made. So the first thing was that I decided to become a course representative. This means that I go to meetings with my head of year, and then once a term we have an SSLC, which is a staff student liaison committee, where we get to bring up issues and be like, the students aren't happy with this, please can you solve this problem, blah blah blah. And my university are actually really proactive and really forward about solving those problems, so it's really great. But this gave me a chance to meet the staff, which made me feel like more of a part of the university committee, and also it meant I was able to raise the issues that I noticed, and it's made me a lot more passionate about my course and improving my course because I now have a voice, and people often find that once they have a voice they become a lot more engaged and involved in the conversation. But it has also just made me feel so much more a part of the university now that I know members of the staff, and now that I'm like having an impact, like I actually have an impact on my university. And it just made me feel so much more at home at university. So I would really recommend checking out if there's something like that you can do if you're wanting to get more involved with your university. I know it's one of those like nerdy things to do, but I know quite a few people who've done it either at my university or other universities, and actually everyone's had quite positive experiences with it because it does mean they get to like raise their voice, and it helps them feel more a part of the university. The second thing that I did was I joined the Quidditch team. So in Freshers Week in first year, I did go to a couple of sports sessions because I really wanted to join a sports team. As you'll know, I really love exercise, but I found that all the sports teams were either too competitive and too serious, and you had to be really good at the sport, or they were just a drinking society, basically was the impression I got. And I wanted to find somewhere where I could just go along and do some exercise once a week, and it was like a fun, friendly thing. And my friend is the captain of the Quidditch team, and he was like, come along to Quidditch, it's nothing like that. And I was like, no, it's still just going to be like a drinking society. You're still going to have like socials and things. And so in second year I went along to the taster session, which was really scary. I get worried about everything, but I want to assure you that wasn't easy for me. That was like really scary. But me and one of my friends went along to the taste session and I loved it, and I've been going back ever since. And for me, it is the perfect sports society because it is just fun and friendly. We train 2 hours twice a week, and it is just everyone comes together and we play some sports and we do some exercise, and it's really good fun and it's really friendly. No one attacks you if you're bad. It's really supportive, and finding that was like a miracle. Like I wasn't sure that existed, and I'm so happy I found that. We have been struggling a little bit with numbers, and in light of coronavirus and things, I don't know if the society is going to happen again next year. I really hope it does, but if not, I am going to try and find another sport because I realise that is really important for me. Being able to go and do some exercise in a really friendly, encouraging environment is what I wanted in first year, and I should have made more of an effort to look for it, is my answer. So go find the university team that is friendly and encouraging, and they don't care if you're shit, and they don't have wild socials. Like we went on an ice cream bar crawl. Yeah, I really love being a part of a sports team. It's really nice to feel like you're a part of a team, and that's something I've never really had before. I now have like a shirt with my name on it. I really, really love it, and I really recommend, if you want to find it, just keep looking. There will be a sports team that is for you. And it's also helped me to get a little bit out of my comfort zone and to meet new people. And that was difficult for me at first. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And don't underestimate the power of that. Like, give yourself credit for that. Because for me, being quite an introverted and anxious person, it was really difficult to meet these new people. But I really, as I said, it was really rewarding and definitely worthwhile. So it was a good amount outside my comfort zone, is what I mean. The next thing that I did is I rediscovered long distance running. So just before coronavirus happened, I was able to run half marathons, and I was training for the Bath half marathon. I didn't get to run it in the end, but I did manage to do the full distance during training a couple of times. This does wonders for my mental health. There is something about long distance running, and running is a whole separate video, but for me, long distance running is something I've been passionate about, and it does wonders for my mental health and also for my time management because it takes so much time out of the week. But I really recommend you to, if you have some passions like that, don't let university stop you from doing them. I did one of my long runs on a Sunday at 6 a.m. because that was the only time I could find in the week where I had the time and the weather was good. So yeah, just find the time for the things you're passionate about, especially exercise. Maybe this whole video is just that I need to exercise more, because it personally does wonders for my mental health. So that was personally for me an incredible choice. It just made me feel so much more good about myself, and I had really missed long distance running, and being able to do it in my own time was just great. So the other one, which is also exercise, was going to exercise classes at the SU, because this pushed me outside my comfort zone. It allowed me to try new things. It made exercise fun and made me feel more a part of the university committee, is what I've written in my notes. So at my university, you can go along and do exercise classes, mostly at the SU, and I pay £6 a month, and then I can go to as many exercise classes as I want, or you can pay £2 per class. And I was going to 2 or 3 classes a week, and I was loving it so much. Exercise classes are great because they're like really upbeat and really friendly, and it really helps you stay motivated while you're exercising if you're in a group of people with an instructor. And the ones at the SU were really friendly, but it was also a great way for me to get outside my comfort zone, because I'm basically scared of everything, and having to go do that, and some of them I did by myself, and that was a really great thing, and it gave me a really great confidence boost. And it really helped me to fall in love with exercise. Those 3 things, Quidditch, long distance running, and exercise classes. I was basically addicted to exercise in February and March of this year, and I was having so much fun. Yeah, so I would highly recommend checking out if your university offers some exercise classes. They were a great way, like you didn't have to be super good. It didn't matter if you've never done the thing before. I quite often am scared of going to exercise classes because I've never done that type of exercise class before, but I found the ones at the SU were really friendly, and there were loads of people who'd never done Zumba before or Pilates before, and they were like really explaining everything, so it was really great way to like try out some new types of exercise classes. So the next thing that I've written is gonna sound like a really trivial thing, but if you are a morning person like me, this is well worth the investment. So I bought a smart bulb for my bedroom because I have a smart bulb at home and I used to love it. And then my boyfriend at university got a smart bulb and I was like, oh, I can just buy myself one. Like, it hadn't occurred to me that I could have that at university too. These are the sort of things that just go straight over my head, you know, my brain sometimes amazes me. But basically, I like waking up early, but waking up early is difficult. I'm one of those people that if I can get out of bed at like 7 a.m, I then have a great day. But I, like everyone else, don't really want to get out of bed at 7 a.m. I have to like push myself out of bed at 7 a.m, but then I have a great day. And getting a smart bulb was so helpful because I haven't set an alarm in like 6 months. I'm being serious. I haven't set myself an alarm in like 6 months. I wake up either to natural light with the curtains open or in winter with a smart bulb. So I have a light bulb that is connected to my phone via Bluetooth, and it turns on at an automatic time, and I have mine set to turn on I think at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that, and it would slowly come on, so it's not like this like there's light everywhere while you're trying to sleep. So I think I had mine set to like start turning on at like 5:30, and it would slowly come on, and by 6 a.m. my room would be light, and I would wake up at some point between 6 and 7. And I never needed to be up before 7 o'clock, so it meant I would naturally wake up, and naturally waking up is so much better. It makes you so much less grumpy, and there's loads of studies into it. Like, if you actually wake up naturally, it's at a good point in your sleep cycle. It makes you feel a lot less groggy and tired, so that's great. And it was also helping me to get up early, because I think part of the reason why we don't want to get up is because our alarm goes off and then we're like, oh, you're in this nice dark warm room and you've got your fluffy duvet and you're happy. Whereas if the light is on, your brain thinks, oh, it's daytime, and it's so much easier to get up. And I know it's just a light bulb, but just if you're a morning person, or if you want to be more a morning person, it does cost like £15-20, but just go buy yourself a Philips Hue bulb. Just do it. I love it so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my nerdy rant about a light bulb. And then the last thing that I've got written down on my list is switching to a plant-based diet, which I'm going to make some videos all about. But for me, I just feel so much better from a conscious point of view. Like, my actions now line up with my morals. So ethically, I feel so much better eating a plant-based diet. And also, I have to admit, I kind of believe the theory that I do feel better. Like, my body feels better, especially dairy. I found that cutting out dairy made me feel so much lighter. I mean, this did coincide with me doing a lot of exercise, so I can't give you, there was no control variable, or there was no like control test. I'm sorry. I started doing lots of exercise and I stopped eating dairy, and most things happened about the same time, and my body was loving it. So yeah, but mostly just, even if you don't want to switch to a plant-based diet, actually align your actions with your morals, I think is the point. It will, you feel better. You're like, you stop feeling guilty. Anyway, that is my video on the best choices that I made in my second year of university. These are things that really made my time in second year so much better. And they're just random little things, but I hope it inspires you to think about what you could do to make your university experience better. Thank you for watching. My name is Louise. If you want to learn more about me, you should head to instagram.com/LouiseDeLife, and I will see you next week.